Hello everyone, myself Assistant Professor Vatsal D. Patel from Civil Engineering Department working at Mahatma Gandhi Institute of Technical Education and Research Center Navsari. Today we are going to discuss about traffic studies. So let's start with the passenger car unit first, or it is also denoted by PCU. So different classes of vehicles such as cars, buses, trucks, auto rickshaws, scooters, cycles, bullock carts, etc. are found to use the common roadway facilities without segregation on the most of the roads. Such a traffic flow is called heterogeneous traffic flow or mixed traffic flow. So if we talk about passenger car unit, or it is denoted by PCU, okay, so remember it, short form will be used always. So the different vehicle classes have a wide range of static characteristics such as length, width, etc., and dynamic characteristics such as speed, acceleration, etc. It is rather difficult to estimate the traffic volume and the traffic capacity of roadways under mixed traffic flow. It is a common practice to consider the passenger car as the standard vehicle unit to convert the other vehicle classes, and this unit is called passenger car unit or as PCU. Okay, so be sure you remember this. So let us see, the PCU is given by the equation capacity of roadway with passenger cars only divided by capacity of the roadway with that class of vehicles. So PCU indicates the space required for a vehicle on a road. So if we talk about it, PCU indicates the space required for a vehicle on a road. For example, PCU for car is 1 and that for bus is 3. It means the space required for a bus on the road is 3 times more than that required for a car. So simple concept is there, okay. So according to it, all the classes are classified. So you can see here various passenger car unit for various value is given, like PC values for different classes of vehicle as per IRC 64/1990 are given in the table. So classes of vehicle is there and PCU means passenger car unit is there. So PCU of passenger car is 1, auto rickshaw is 1, bus and truck it will be 3, tractor and trailer unit it will be 3. For motorcycle, scooter and pedal cycle it will be 0.5 because it is half of the car. Okay, simple concept is there. Next is horse drawn vehicle which is 4, small bullock cart it is 6 and large bullock cart is 8. So be sure you remember this table very well. Okay, so let us see factor affecting PCU. So the first one is vehicular characteristics. So it includes dimension like length, width, etc. Then power, speed, and lastly acceleration and braking characteristics. Next is traffic stream characteristics. So gap, or we can say transverse or longitudinal, whichever gap is there between moving vehicles. Next, composition of different vehicle classes, mean speed and speed distribution, ratio of volume to the capacity of the road. Next is roadway characteristics. So road geometrics including gradients and curves. Next is access control, then rural and urban, then intersection according to number and type. So next is control of traffic. So it includes speed limit, one-way street operation and traffic control devices like signs, marking, signals, etc. So from the above factors, it is seen that PCU value of a particular vehicle class cannot remain a constant value. It is a dynamic value changing with roadway, traffic and control conditions. Out of the above factors, the most significant factors are size like length and width of vehicles, average speeds of traffic stream and gap may be transverse or longitudinal between the vehicle. So we are going to start with now presentation of traffic volume data. So you can see traffic flow at the intersection in the image. Okay. So for the design of intersection criteria, it is taken into account is that the traffic going out and traffic coming in should be same. So if we talk about this figure, so traffic going out will be denoted by this arrow. Okay, you can see the arrows here. Okay, and traffic coming in is arrows are here. Okay, so main concept is that the traffic going out and traffic coming in should be the same. So let us understand its pattern in the image. So if we take traffic coming in as 600, so it is here. Okay, traffic coming is 600. Okay, somewhat image. Okay, so this is better. So for example, traffic coming in is 600 as example. We can see that 40 of them, which this one, 40 of them is going right. Okay, then 20 is going left and 540 is going upward. So summation of all three of these will be 600. Okay, so we can say 600 is coming in. So right, there will be 40 plus left 20 plus 540. The summation will be 600. So it is accurate presentation. Okay. So here data plotted is accurate. Same as we have to present all the data. If any mistake is happen, like if we put wrong direction of arrow, the traffic going out and coming in will not be the same. So be sure traffic going out arrow will be like this and coming in arrow will be like this. So this is going out, this is coming in, here this is out at 590, this is in, out, in. Okay, so be sure you place appropriate arrows according to coming in and coming out, going out, sorry. So here traffic going out is 200 here, then it is 590. First one is traffic going out is 200, then 590, then 370 and lastly it is 790. Okay, which summation is 1950 and traffic coming in is here 180. Okay, then 600, then 370 and lastly 800. Okay, which summation is 1950. So summation is also written here. Okay, you can check this out here. Okay, so summation is same, so our data is perfect. Okay, so in this way you have to present all the data at the intersection if doing your project and presenting the traffic volume data like this. Okay, so it will be also suitable for the sums. Simply we have to check is traffic going out and traffic coming in is the same. If this value is same, your data is perfect. So I hope you understand it with this figure very well. Okay, so like this the data collected during the traffic volume studies are sorted out and are presented in any of the following forms depending upon the requirements. So the first one is average annual daily traffic, or it is denoted by AADT or ADT. So already we have discussed it previously. So the average of traffic of 365 days of the year is called ADT. It helps in deciding the relative importance of a route and in phasing the road development program. Next is volume charts. So variation charts showing hourly, daily, and seasonal variations are prepaid. This helps in deciding the facilities and regulation needed during peak traffic period. Next is volume flow diagram at intersection. Volume flow diagrams at intersection showing the details of crossing and turning traffic are prepared. Traffic volume is also indicated in the diagram. Next is trend charts. So this chart shows the volume changes over a period of years. Next is traffic flow maps. These maps show volume along various routes by using bands proportional to the traffic volume carried. On a long route, annual average daily volume, and in city where congestion occurs, average peak hour volumes will be more informative. Next, we are going to discuss about 30th highest hourly traffic volume. So 30th highest hourly volume is the hourly volume that will be exceeded only 29 times in a year, and all other hourly volumes of the year will be less than this value. So the highest, or we can say peak hourly volume of the year will be too high that it will not be economical to design the facilities according to this volume. So this is the simple concept for design. So be sure you remember it. So you can see its graph in the image. So the 30th highest hourly volume is found from the plot between hourly volume and the number of hours in a year the traffic volume is exceeded. So you can see all the arrangement here. Okay, so according to the number of hours in 1 year with the hourly volume, all the data are presented, and 30th highest hour will be find out according to the graph. Okay, so simple graph will be there, and if we put the data, we will get the 30th highest hourly traffic volume. Okay, so the facilities designed with the capacity for 30th highest hourly traffic volume in the assumed year is found to be satisfactory from both facility and economic considerations. Thus, the 30th highest hourly volume is generally taken as the hourly volume for design. So here I end my session. Thank you all of you.